Hey everyone, this is Spoony Bard, and today we're going to take a look at the comic book Monster in My Pocket, issue number 4. First, a little on Monster in My Pocket. It's a franchise that started off as a toy line. It debuted in 1990, and I'm guessing it's partially based off the success of 80s toys like Muscle Man. Anyways, released by Matchbox Toys, these were a set of 1-inch tall figures made out of a soft plastic, and they were based around different monsters and characters from folklore, mythology, and various religions. The monsters each had a point value assigned to them, from the lowest level being 5 points to the highest level being 25 points. The series spawned a video game on the original NES system, as well as a OVA animated special. The animated special gets kind of weird. They've made the Wolfman Jamaican and call him Wolfmon.
So, that Wolfmon nose of yours should be able to track Swampy's scent right back to the vampire's lair. I feel the blood pounding in my ears. Boy, that's
Now, when we open the book, we're greeted with a pretty cool title page. The story is called Mayhem at the Mall, and it was written by Dwayne McDuffie and with art from Gil Kane. Now, let's start with Dwayne McDuffie. If you're not familiar with him, he helped co-create the Milestone comic book universe. People probably would be most familiar with his work from co-creating the character of Virgil Hawkins, aka Static, or Static Shock. Now for the artist, Gil Kane. This guy is a legend. He actually designed the look for Hal Jordan Green Lantern and the Ray Palmer Atom. So this guy was instrumental in reshaping the DC universe for the Silver Age. Anyway, seeing that creative team had me really excited to dive into this book. So this book begins with a 2-page recap of the story so far, which is basically just that the monsters were shrunk to about an inch tall, and they're currently hiding with junior high kid Tom Miles and his brother Jack. So the issue starts with Tom's mom coming into his room and finding it a mess, deciding to clean it up. Now, I don't know what it is with Harvey Comics and having kids clean their room. I don't know if it's an editorial mandate or maybe it's just something they think is a problem that the writers think is a problem that kids face. So anyway, she mistakes the monsters for toys and she throws them into a little glass jar. After Tom gets back from school, he thanks the monsters for cleaning his room, but they tell him his mom did. They warn him that they were almost caught by his mom and explain that they should have a better place to live. They also point out that they're used to better accommodations, with the mummy being a former king living in a palace and the Phantom having lived in an opera house. After hearing the monster's complaints, Tom breaks open his piggy bank to get some money. He asks Jack if he has any money, and they both head to the mall because they've decided that they're going to get the monsters a place to live. As Tom, Jack, and the monsters prepared to head to the mall, the group of evil monsters led by the Warlock has been spying on them. They return to Warlock and tell them that the monsters plan on moving to a new home. At the mall, they're looking around for something suitable. Frankenstein notices a store that says housewares, but Tom explains that that's where you buy things to put inside of a house. The hobgoblins suggest they go to the toy store because it looks fun. The mummy agrees because they could use the toys there to build themselves a proper home. Tom has an idea and they head inside the store. He's decided to purchase a dollhouse for the monsters to live in. While Tom is haggling with the sales clerk about the nuances of the real estate market to get a better deal on the toy, Jack has let the monsters inside the house so they can check it out. Warlock and the evil monsters show up and they begin to do battle inside the dollhouse. This draws the attention of a young girl who begs her mom for it. This girl is incredibly spoiled and we can tell that she's going to be trouble. The girl begs her mom to buy the house and she eventually gets what she wants. While Tom and Jack are finishing counting out change to pay for the house, they find out that it has just been sold to somebody else. Tom and Jack have lost the monsters. They think maybe they can check around the mall, but the woman and her daughter have already departed for home. After getting home, the girl excitedly shakes the package that contains all the different monsters inside. The mom tells her she can play with the house only after she's eaten. The daughter starts to throw a tantrum until the mom threatens to tell her father. After they leave the room, the monsters decide it's safe to get out of the dollhouse. They realize that both groups of monsters are going to have to team up to get out of this situation. The little girl comes back from lunch and rips into the package. She pulls out the dollhouse and reaches inside. She grabs a hold of Swamp Beast, one of the good monsters. Disgusted by Swamp Beast's sliminess, so she puts him in the microwave. Fortunately, he's not dead. He's just dried out. They mention having water, probably so that they can rehydrate him. But honestly, this scene is pretty extreme for like a kid's comic. Anyways, the shattering of Swamp Beast on the floor causes a reaction from the other monsters that gets the little girl's attention. She notices the werewolf is barking and she starts to give him basic dog commands, to which he basically complies. As they struggle to find a way out of this situation, the monster Spring-Heeled Jack comes forward. He has the ability to look like whatever person fears the most and can scare them to death. He uses his ability on the little girl. She does not die, but instead runs away in terror. They ask Spring-Heeled Jack what he showed her, and it was her father, because apparently she hadn't finished her homework. And that's the end of the story. On the following page, we get some character profile information on Tom Miles and Spring-Heeled Jack. Here's the sneak preview of the new monsters that were about to come out. Here's a couple of ads for comic books that Harvey was also publishing at the time. They had the publishing rights to the animated version of Beetlejuice. They also had the rights to the animated Back to the Future. They also had the rights to Scooby-Doo, as this was before WB bought Hanna-Barbera. In fact, their buyer's guide, which is showing the titles that will be on sale in the coming months, shows not 1, but 5 New Kids on the Block ongoing series. We've got New Kids on the Block Digest Magazine with issue number 4, New Kids on the Block NKOTB number 7, New Kids on the Block Chillin' number 6, New Kids on the Block Comic Tour number 7, and New Kids on the Block Backstage Pass number 7. I remember that the New Kids were popular. My older sister was crazy about them. But 5 ongoing comic book series is kind of excessive. So that's it for this issue. Feel free to share any thoughts you might have. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.